we should see.
Austin was at Nico, and he was like, "Oh, we need to let this clean." So,
Someone do me a favor and
Yes, sir.
look to see if the stream has started for everyone.
okay.
Do you want me to get up on the mic and rap for it?
Of course I do.
Okay.
No, actually, it should only be catching kind of ambient audio. I'm going to turn the mic off here in a second. But
And the announcement.
it's in my skin. Come away with the innocence and leave me with my sins. The air around me still feels like a cage.
able to hear you without a mic. Hey everyone, if you're joining us via the YouTube Zoom, we are currently waiting. We're actually going to be joined by a very special guest tonight, a Mr. Jermaine Johnson, current and future candidate for governor of South Carolina. So please, please, please bear with us while we are kind of getting everything situated. A couple people are stopped because of the rain. If you are having a good time, please let us know in the chat. Make sure to share this out. We will be kicking off in just a few minutes more. The next time we do this, I promise you that I will get a, that I will make sure that we have, I heard the music is a problem. So, that being said, let's start over. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Jermaine Johnson will be joining us here in just a few moments. We're currently waiting to get started for that specific reason. So, if you are joining us, please let us know in the chat. Let us know. Also, if you're having any issues hearing me whatsoever right now, go ahead and give me a shout out because that would be very, very useful. Interesting. I wonder if that was the problem. All right, now let me know if you can hear me. Actually, I apologize. That is strange how it connected. So apologies for that. Please let me know. I'm getting a text from people who are freaking out. But if you can hear me, please let me know. Apologies for that. That glitches of our first time. Anyways, once again, like I was saying, apologies for everything. We're getting started here in just a few minutes. Jermaine Johnson is going to be joining us. We are waiting on him. We will be kicking off our first inaugural stream. Once again, I do apologize for the delay and any precipitous tech issues we are facing in general. So, if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat. We will be moderating it throughout the entire time. This will be the format we are using in the future. We're still obviously ironing out some kinks as we go through. So, once again, apologies. Jermaine will be here. Jermaine should be here in about 10 minutes. The ETA is 6:55. We will try and get started a little bit before that, just so that we are good to go. So glad everyone is here. Perfect. Everybody, let me know if you're excited. Please do make sure to subscribe to this channel. This will be the new area where we are going to present all of our events, all future announcements we're going to make. We're going to try and make sure they are announced via the YouTube channel in addition to our Signal chat in case you don't want to be part of that miasma. If we're also going to try and post some exclusive things to the YouTube channel, anything we're trying to organize, anything we want to get the message out about. Different ads for future candidates will also be announced via the or be shown on this channel. So make sure if you are curious and definitely want to be in the know, this will be the first place to be outside of our Signal chat. If you are not in our Signal chat, also let us know. We will get you in there. It is wonderful, and it is best when you mute it. So, look forward to everybody. Once again, we're starting in just a few minutes. Thank you for everything. Mic is hot.
Mic is hot. Okay. So I can't say anything bad. Oh my God. Hello? Oh, let me see. Hold on. Hi, everyone. Hi. What's going on, y'all? We are waiting on Jermaine Johnson and Barrett, his campaign person, right now. So another young Democrat in our group. So yes, we are waiting on those two, and we'll get started here in a little bit. Yes, let's go. Ah! Yeah, I'm done. All right.
Thank you all. That's what the crowd is currently like here. We hope everyone is very excited to be part of our stream. I have no idea if you're going to be able to see me from where I'm standing over here. Hi, everybody. But we're kicking off in just a few minutes, so make sure you stay tuned. I promise we will be going a little bit, or getting started, in just a little bit. Once again, apologies for the delay.
So where do I come closer? Can they?
Just make sure you don't extend it past that.
Okay.
Camera's right over there. They can see you.
Oh, they can see me.
So, do this.
So
Write yourself on the T. There you go.
there we go.
So now you can see the guys on the screen. They can see you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Up front. Hello. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, Young Democrats. Hello, friends. I'd like to welcome you guys to the Young Democrats of Central Midlands meeting, July meeting. Welcome. I know the rain has started us late, but I know even at times we do start this thing late. But hopefully this meeting is going to be short and sweet and to the point, and we'll get everybody out of here. But thank you for joining us on YouTube as well. This is our first time using YouTube. We will not be using YouTube and we will not be using Zoom or Signal to broadcast these this meeting as to this month. Excuse me. So I'm going to get started with recognizing candidates for political office. So since we have candidates for political office in the room, we are going to have them come speak up about maybe 5-7 minutes to just introduce themselves and let you know what they're all about and what they're doing. So I do see a candidate here, Jessica Thomas, who's running for mayor of Columbia. Yay. Let's give her a hand. So she's going to come up and speak. She has 5 minutes. If you can put it right here and read it. Mark right here. Right here. Right here. There you go.
You're fine. The camera's right there.
Look at the camera.
You can be at the camera, or you can just be this way.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Is it my voice podcast? Everybody hears me okay?
That way.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so and if you missed the last meeting, my name's Jessica Thomas. I'm running to be the mayor of City of Columbia. I'm 28 years old. I've lived in Columbia my entire life, so I wasn't born here, but I was pretty much raised here. I've lived all across, Newberry, Blythewood. I graduated from Spring Valley High School, so I've gone to Richland 2 schools my entire life. My biggest priority with my campaign is the long-term economic viability and wealth mobility for each and every one of our citizens. So majority of my policy initiatives are going to be related to keeping more money in your pocket. I'd also like solutions for homelessness. I'd like to revamp some of these outdated systems that we have here in the City of Columbia, including our waterworks system and the parking systems. There's a lot of different avenues that I would like to take to combat some of the long-term problems that we've been having. I'm running because I'd like to have working class leadership here in City Hall. And my ultimate goal is to fight for everybody to have a seat at our table. For a long time, our political leadership has lacked the will for actual solutions for people that look like us. Louder? Louder? Okay. All right. Okay. We're good? All right. Feel free to let me know if you can't hear me. So as I was saying, overall, my campaign is focused on keeping more money in everyone's pockets and creating a more inclusive Columbia. I'm going to finish it off there. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jessica, for that great speech that you had. So we have a special guest in our midst. We have the candidate who has exploratory run for governor, Jermaine Johnson, who is also, yes, who is also, well, we still keep him as our member. He will still always be a Young Democrats of Central Midlands member, but yes. So let's give him a round of applause. There you go.
I swear, y'all try to make me feel like some sort of special celebrity, some type of person, man. But y'all know I am a Young Democrat. I just aged out last week. I turned 40 last Friday on the 4th of July. So, but I am always going to be a Young Democrat, always going to be involved with what we have going on. Y'all, I launched this exploratory committee as I considered running for governor of South Carolina. And I can tell you one thing, once I said what I was going to say about this exploratory committee, the response that I received has been overwhelming, honestly. It's been overwhelming because I received so much love from my fellow Democrats across the state, but I also received support and calls from Republicans. Republicans also called me. Green Party called me. Forward Party called me. I mean, independents, everybody had been calling me and talking about, Jermaine, you're probably the most qualified, but also the most common sense, sane guy that we've got in this race. And that says something right there, that when you have people from all spectrum of life who are willing to go for the young black guy who is the Democrat to say, listen, we need somebody who's different outside of what we've always been seeing. Because some of you in this room right now are 22 years or younger, right? Raise your hand if you're 22 or younger. All right, so we've got a couple people in his room right now that are 22 years or younger. 22 years ago, I was a high school senior. All right, I was a high school senior. Some of you all in here, you're under 22 years of age, and that is how long that this party has been under single party rule. That's how long that this state has been ran by the Republican Party, not just in the House, not just in the Senate, but every statewide office that is in this state for the last 22 years. So by the time you guys were born, these individuals were in power, one party rule. So what we're talking about here in this state, if we see the problems that are going on in the state, if we see the issues that are going on in the state, they've had 22 years to fix them. They've had 22 years to fix that same pothole that y'all drive over every single day. They've had 22 years to fix the education system that our kids are coming up in. They've had 22 years to get it right with women's reproductive rights. They've had 22 years to get it right with voters' rights. They've had 22 years to stop the gun violence that's happening across the state. They've had 22 years to fix this damn state, and they have yet to do it. But we all in this room understand what doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is, right? Insanity. So unless you all want to remain insane, or you all want people to think that we're insane in this state, we will do something different in 2026. We're going to turn a page. We're going to do something different. We're going to change the priorities of the state. We're going to change the narrative, because right now it is time for something new. It's time to really take back what is ours, and that's our dignity. That's our respect. That's not just what we want. That's what we deserve, because we are humans. We're Americans. We are people. And most of us in this room, we all want the same damn thing. We all want the same thing. I go to these rooms and I ask these people, I say, who all wants a safe neighborhood? Everybody raise their hand. Who all wants good schools for the kids to go to? Everybody raises their hand. Who all wants cheaper groceries, cheaper gas prices? Who all wants affordable housing? Everybody wants the same thing. And we all want to have a prosperous life here. But for some reason, the priorities of this single party rule has never been that. It's never been about the people. They get in office, they tell you they're going to cut spending, but what do? They mark it on up. When they say they're going to fix your roads, what are they going to do? They don't do nothing. They say we're going to give teachers a better environment. What do? They ignore them when they get in there. We continue to get the same repackaged Republican, repackaged politician year after year after year. But I can tell you right now, I'm a man of my word. I am a person who is of integrity. I'm a family first individual, and my word is my bond. And I can tell you one thing for sure. If I do decide to run for governor, if I do decide to do this, I will keep my word. What I tell you I'm going to do on the campaign trail, I will do when I'm in office. What I tell you I'm on the campaign trail that I'm going to show up, I will continue showing up. Not just at the meetings with all the cameras, not just at the meetings with all the people in there where it's 100, 200 people, but at the meetings where there's 5 people. Because those people matter also. And those people need to hear from people like myself. They need to hear from you. They need to know that their leaders care about them. They need to know that people really have their best interests at heart. Because right now people feel forgotten. People feel like their voices aren't being heard. They feel like they don't matter. They feel like their life is worthless. They feel like nobody is listening to them. But it's about time we had a leader that actually listens to the people of this state, not cusses them out in the damn grocery store, not curses them out when they come ask them to do a town hall, not calls them and belittles these individuals when they're just trying to get some responses from the people who we are put in these high positions. It is time for leaders to get back to being a leader, have some constituent service about what they're doing, and making sure that we are doing the right thing. Now, you all understand that if I do decide to do this, it is going to take every last one of us, everybody that's at this table, everybody sitting in this room. I can't do this alone because we understand that this is an uphill battle, and we will be making history if we do that. You know, the very first African American to run and be the nominee for governor of South Carolina, anybody know who that person was? Theo Mitchell. Theo Mitchell was the very first black nominee for governor of South Carolina by any party. That was back in 1990. You know who the second person was? Nobody. Nobody. I would be the second in the history of this state. That says something, because you can't tell me over the past 100 years that we have not had a qualified person to run. And I plan to be that person if we go ahead and get out here, but it's going to take all of us. And that's why I need every last one of you all. I know we've been sending that stuff in the chat group about volunteers and people getting out there. We are, my guy Barrett Hurd, he's taking care of a lot of the volunteer stuff. He's in the back over there to really get volunteers signed up. Where this exploratory committee is going to be, we're now launching it to be a statewide exploratory committee. So we're going to have a committee in each county across the state, and we're going to have a county representative in each county, and then we're gonna, from there we're going to break it down by precinct. And we want to have a precinct captain in every single precinct across this state. Somebody who is willing to talk to their neighbors, somebody who wants to tell their neighbors that, damn it, if you want to get this pothole fixed, we're going to elect something different. If you want to fix that local school over there, we're going to elect something different. If you want to make sure that men are not deciding your bodily autonomy, we're going to elect something different. And I'm here to make sure that we hold people accountable, and I hope and pray that you all will come join me and come stand with me and support me in everything I got doing. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for giving me this time and everything.
Yes, and a happy belated birthday to you as well. Yes. We didn't want to see that 40th birthday come. We were like, can we keep him some more? But no, he's still gonna be a part of us forever and ever and ever. And we thank you for being a member with us. So I'm gonna go in. If I don't see any other, I see a county party chair, a Lexington County Party Chair. Greg Green is here as well. Yes, thank you for being here. And so, chair's report. This is going to be a short report. We have been doing a lot of work in June. June was very busy for us. We had a lot going on. I know that there's going to be other leaders in our group that talk about this here today. Me, because a lot of our leadership is not here because of the weather. And also Sophia's, our second vice chair, is here as well. So we'll be talking about that. But so we also announced and appointed Haley Flores as our advocacy chair. She has been doing a lot of work with our town halls and the advocacy committee, and I know that Reed actually said, hey, Haley should be the next chair, and I was like, yes, let's do this. And then we just been doing a lot. So I'm gonna go to our next vice chair's report, Reed, and then he's not here, so I'm gonna actually take out my phone and give his report, if I can pull it up. By Signal, but he will we will get an email. Let's see. See. All right, so this is long, but there's some other things in here that he has. He said, just wanted to cover some old business. He wants to thank Haley for taking over advocacy, and a huge thank you to everyone who came out to support the Little Game Market, which was a big success. We actually had about 25 signups, close to that. So we've been everywhere and whichwhere, showing up and getting people signed up to be in our group. So we got a lot of signups. He says, thank you, Emma and Sophia, for setting up the table and tent. And he also thanked me, Philip, Justice, and Jessica, our mayoral candidate, for coming out to run the table in the heat. I know it was very hot outside. And let's see. Okay. So he was unable to make the Peach Festival due to illness, but he wanted to remind everyone about the 4th of July T-shirts. They're available now, which he helped design. So they're on our website, and it's going for $20 right now. So $10 goes to us, and then $10 goes to the distributor. So he also went to the YDofCM convention, and this is going into some of our other business. So we're gonna get that out of the way too as well. So there was talk of having a men's caucus in our organization, and a men's and women's caucus in our organization. And this is just bringing this up for people to talk about. But a men's and women's caucuses in our organization, there'll be 2 separate groups to discuss men's and women's issues, and then get together and discuss a plan on how to move forward, which is great. I thought, in our leadership meeting, our upper leadership meeting, I thought that having spaces for just men and just women, and then coming together to talk about certain things is awesome. And I think that we could definitely use our own personal spaces to discuss things that are happening in our respective gender groups. Let's see. So Reed said that he wanted to lead the men's caucus, and he said that Sophia, who will talk about this as well in her chat, in her stuff, will lead the women's chat, women's caucus, excuse me. So some information on what happened at YDofCM convention. So Emma is now chair of the LGBTQ caucus for YDofCM. Justice is chair of the Progressive Caucus and also YDofCM secretary. Congratulations to you guys. Mackenzie Watson is chair of the Women's Caucus of YDofCM. And then Sophia, as long as her second vice chair position, she is head of the Environmental Caucus. So there are ways that you can get involved in our state chapters caucuses. So reach out to those people, and we'll have more information about that in the future. Let's see. This is our policy chairs update. So we're using two birds in one stone. The debate night on immigration is going to be August 2nd at 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. at SCDP headquarters. Brian, our chair, Brian Gibbs, our chair, will have more information on the topic, which is immigration. So our first topic in, I don't remember exactly what month that was. May, was it May? Yeah. Okay. May, it was abortion. So we will be having, this will be immigration. And then he also wanted to give our campaigns update, committee update. The campaigns committee chair, Stephen Asbel, has been working with Mark Curious and SCDP. So we're working on they're working on exciting opportunities to present to you guys as they roll into August. So he says, stay tuned to the chat. Our socials mobilize, so you'll see what upcoming trainings will happen, like block captains, phone making, door knocking, etc. We haven't landed on a name for the organization for the combined campaigns committee, but it's a statewide effort. Let's see. They're going to need volunteers and support. And that's the only way we're going to win this. And he says that we're tired of sitting on our hands. So come find Stephen and him, and let's get to work. Sophia. Sophia, let me tell you guys, Sophia has been doing a lot of work. She has been doing a lot of work, and I could not do this without her. And I love this woman to death. And I think, her report will say it all. But she has been doing some work with Reed as well. And we've been rocking it out. So,
yeah.
Here you go.
Okay. Where am I? I'm turning here. That's the camera. Okay. Okay. So a lot of what's in my report has already been covered. There's just a couple of things that I wanted to highlight. Over the past month, we've had a couple of fundraisers. Our last meeting was a birthday fundraiser for Jeremy, which went pretty well. And we also, right before the YDSC convention, we had our hot dog fundraiser, which was actually a crap ton of fun. We listened to music and played games and ate pizza, and it was awesome. We made a good chunk of money on that, so we're pretty close to our fundraising goal, which is awesome. And another thing that we have coming up in terms of fundraisers is the long-awaited Pie the President. We are going to be doing that in September and September 6th. So if you would like to purchase a pie pan to throw in Jeremy's face, you can do that and make us money, which would be great. Okay, the next thing that I have on my list is talking about our gardening club. That was started last month. We just had our first meeting last month. We're planning a couple of field trips, and it's going to be awesome. So if you guys are interested in sustainable farming at home, that's a great group to join. And we've already covered everybody who was elected at the YDSC convention, which is excellent. And our new t-shirt is popping up on screen every once in a while, so keep an eye out for that, and you can purchase it on the website. And then our civics and democracy class was supposed to be this past Sunday, but we have since postponed that. We are going to try and do that end of this month. If you guys want to learn just about the basics of how South Carolina government works and the history of South Carolina government, like the actual history, not the whitewashed history, you can do that with us. It's going to be a free class, but it's only going to be in person for this first class. hopefully we'll be able to do virtual classes in the future. I think, bylaws and ethics. We are going to establish like a separate meeting for that. We went over our bylaws at the last meeting. It took a long while to get through. Not everybody is interested in like the red tape of our organization. So we're going to do a separate meeting for that. If you want to be involved in the decision making for that kind of stuff, obviously we have to get everybody's votes, but for small things to present to the larger group, that will be decided in a separate meeting. If you want to join that group, let me know and we'll get you. We haven't established like a separate group chat or anything for it, but if you also want to be, if you want to help in the establishment of the YDCM Code of Ethics, that's another thing that group is going to handle. Right now we're using the YDSC Code of Ethics, so we're just going to custom tailor that to YDCM if we want to and or need to. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to talk about... What? Yes, the Women's Caucus. Obviously, as Jeremy said, we're doing a men's caucus. We're going to do a women's caucus as well. And then for any of our potentially non-binary friends, Emma is running the LGBTQ caucus. So we're going to try and keep it pretty broad, but that's just so we can discuss gendered issues amongst ourselves if we want to. And finance-wise, I've already said we're pretty close to our fundraising goal. I'm not going to give all the specifics of Timothy's report. He's our treasurer, but we're making money, so that's great. And woo, yeah! And come to our other fundraisers so we can make more money, because that would be great. And I think that's it. So thank you guys for being here. I know it's gross and wet and nasty outside. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. You know, so in their reports, they've gotten like most of our new and old business like taken care of. So I know that you know, we want to get out of here. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what was going on. But I know YDA convention. Sophia's going to come up here in a little bit, but about the YDA convention, we totally forgot about that. But she'll come up here in a little bit. And talk about that. Secretary report. Austin's going to come up. Yes. Austin has been putting in some work as well.
That's like good if talks about the convention.
Yeah, let's shoot. Come on.
All right. Hi everybody. Had Austin Jackson, secretary for the chapter here. So anyway, so Jeremy Reed and Sophia have already said a lot of this, but like I said, several of us were integral in planning the state convention 2 weeks ago, including Mackenzie, and Kristen Irby. Congratulations to our new state secretary, Justice Hills. And I want to make sure that even though she's not here right now, that Thomasina is thanked for the work she had been she was doing as executive vice president for the last couple of months. So as it's being alluded to, and as Sophia will tell you later, YDA will be having a convention next week in Philadelphia. Justice and I are going in person. Jeremy, I believe, is virtual, and I believe Kristen is also going in person. We have like 6 and Haley's virtual as well. So Central Midlands is going to be very well represented, both in Philadelphia and virtually. So thank you all for that. I went to the Okay, so going backward, I went to Gilbert for the Peace Festival last weekend with Jeremy and Eric Center and Sophia Sophia and Emma, and we actually had and Haley, I'm sorry, and Greg and Bridget. God, so many. Like I said, we actually had a really good time out. We actually had a really good time out there, and we actually got some pretty sizable donations at the Peace Festival. So congratulations to all of that. Membership. So the membership. So we had the YDSC convention. We're fully charted for next year. We did. But the thing y'all need to know about is that the number of members that we turn in the YDSC is 87. That's 87 members that's under our state's 40-year-old age limit. We turned in 75 names to YDA, which makes us by far the largest chapter in the state. And then like I said, I was also at the hot dog fundraiser, basically eating hot dogs, watching you all play games while I'm trying to get last minute stuff done with Mackenzie and Kristen. Was pretty fun. Was no Kings before or after the last meeting?
After.
After? Yeah. So last month we also did a bit of a twofer. So we were at a No Kings protest that was on the same day as Outfest, and we saw, and that was a protest that saw maybe 5,000 people in downtown Columbia that day, and we all got it done. Thank you all for your hard work. I will see some of you next week in Philadelphia, and I will see all of you around.
All right, so treasure has been given. We're making money, and we're doing some good things. So committee chair reports. Well, know what? Let's do the approval of June minutes first. Yes, the June minutes were put in the chat, the Signal chat. Can I get a motion to approve the June minutes? Can I get a second? Second by Alexis Dowling. All of those in favor say aye. All opposed? All right, the ayes have it. So the June minutes are good. So let's see here. Committee chair reports. So I know the policy committee report has been given. Obviously, August 2nd is the debate night at SCDP from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Also, membership. Carmen. And campaigns have already been given as well.
All right. Hey, everybody. Not much going on in the membership committee right now. We had a couple things over the past month. We had a lot of signups from the protests and the market, so I held a meet and greet last Wednesday. It went pretty well. We had a couple people show up. It's great to have new people come out. My hope when I host events is just to get people out here talking. I'm working on the next membership event right now. I'll have that info soon. But yeah, not much going on. Just I want to host events that get people out here talking, communicating with each other. So yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Carmen. You've been doing some good work as well. Obviously, campaigns has already talked about how they're combining efforts with LCDP, RCDP, SCDP to make one big one big campaigns committee. So that's pretty much what they're doing. And so we'll go with advocacy, and our finance committee. They do our fundraisers. So like the Pie of the President is one of our next fundraisers. Here you go, Haley.
What's up? What's up, YouTube? Okay, so yeah, I as they alluded to, I just started, so I don't have a bunch of updates, but I'm excited to get started. For the most part, we're gonna be continuing some of our initiatives that we've already started. So some of them is just trying to connect with other organizations in the community. We had a meeting last month with the Harriet Hancock Center. I'm just kind of talking and seeing how we can support them and ways that we can collaborate and everything. We also are trying to continue to organize town halls. We don't have one scheduled yet, but we were talking about having one in the Midlands for the candidates for Lindsey Graham's seat. So that would be really dope if we could get something like that happening, but we haven't fully hammered out all of the details or anything. What else are we doing? Hold on, I wrote it down. Okay, yeah, so we're doing, we have a banned books book club, and that's pretty fun. South Carolina has a lot of banned books, as you know, and so we're kind of just reading through it. I think there's like 7 of us in it right now. We're reading through them, and we're going to be writing up summaries, like little book reports, and so we're hoping to do some posts for it, maybe some more formal, like Substack type of post, and then maybe do some more silly kind of like awareness post on Instagram and things like that. And I think that is about all we're doing. It's like a continuation, but we also are doing, we're kind of working on organizing for the hate crimes bill. Richland County last month just passed their ordinance for the hate crimes. So that's really dope. So we want the rest of the state to come on and get us on the board there. So we have some events coming up. I know Justice has a TBD date for an event that we're going to do. So hopefully we can have something done at Allen University or something like that. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to be really cool. We're also going to need a ton of volunteers for it, so if you want to volunteer. And so yeah, basically, other than those things that we kind of already had going, we're also just going to be having our next meeting on July 15th, and we're going to be doing it with the campaigns committee, so it'll be a joint thing, and we'll just be talking about some new ideas and how to get out into the community and support and really start like making sure that we're going out and actually putting like actions into our policies and things like that. So we're really excited about it. And if you want to join the advocacy committee, please see me or any of leadership, and we'll put you in the Signal chat because we need more people. All right.
Yes, Haley, thank you. So, y'all, this group of leaders that we have, and even our members, we're all like we're family in Young Democrats, and we always say we love each other because we really do, and we're a big family of our members and such. So we always like to show support for our leaders, our members in general, because it's all love in Young Democrats, and we will always love each other no matter our differences, if we have differences, and that's what makes us a good organization. Let's see. Am I missing any committee chairs? No, I think so. Okay. I think we went through a lot of what we've been doing. Haley, do you have any action items? I know. Okay. Here you go.
Thank you. So I don't have a ton of action items, but I did have one, and that was kind of centered around what we did today. And that is learn about your candidates in local elections. Get to know your Democratic candidates for 2025 and 2026 elections. Start with the folks we highlighted here. Dope. And make sure you're reading over their platforms, follow them on social media, and engage with them however you can, because your early support, especially in these local elections, is going to be really important, and we want to make sure we're all super engaged in it. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Sorry, I got you when you were about to eat. Thank you, Haley. So we have the Signal chat. So if you're new to our organization and you're not in our Signal chat and you would like to be a part of Young Democrats and to just like chum it up and talk to us, please reach out to Sophia or myself or Carmen or Haley. Get you in the Signal chat so you can be knowing, because we have an announcements chat as well that announces things that are going on, meeting changes, any candidates running for office. We have an announcements chat and Signal so that people know, who are members, know about our respective things that we got going on. So if you would like to join us, we'll have the Signal chat available for you to get in. Announcements, like we said, YDA convention July 16th through the 19th. 19th, okay. That's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Like we said, debate night, August 2nd, 2025. Democracy and civics class will possibly be at the end of the month. Pie the president, you get to pie me in the face. I'll probably be dressed up as Donald Trump. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I know. Such a city image. But yeah, we'll also have a person who dresses up like JD Vance as well. And opportunities to pie us. And that's it. Anybody have any new business or would like to talk about anything? Yes.
Okay, so RCDP has built a bench tomorrow night at I think 5:30 at SCDP headquarters. So basically it'll be our training for what we're calling the Black Captain Program, what SCDP is calling the Democracy Builders.
Mm-hmm. So he's saying that Austin is saying that there's an RCDP event called Build the Bench tomorrow at 5:30 at SCDP headquarters?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, come on up. If you have. Anybody have any questions? Ask questions. Oh, Lord.
Have you seen the crowds that Governor Newsom has brought to different parts of the state, and what do you think that means for the broader Democratic Party in South Carolina?
So I was at the Camden event yesterday with Governor Newsom and talking to him, talking about working together with him. And I can tell you one thing, the crowds that I have seen dictates and shows that things are changing in South Carolina. Things are changing in this country because the crowds are people who I've never seen before. They're people who I've never seen involved, who I've never seen, at any of these events and things like that. So it just shows that we're energizing people, that people want to get involved. People are coming back to the party, and people are now fed up with the broken promises that Donald Trump pretty much gave them. And I'm seeing that there is now you have the cult followers of Donald Trump, and then you've got the true MAGA people, right? The true MAGA people are now they're separating themselves from the cult followers. The true MAGA people are saying, damn, we voted for the Epstein files to be released. What the hell's going on? We voted for less spending. What the hell's going on? We voted for this to happen. What the hell's going on? We didn't vote for this mess. And we're seeing the separation, which is why I know that some of these people are going to fall off that train and they're going to switch some things up. So I'm absolutely seeing it. I think it has a broad effect for us in South Carolina. And I think 2026, we're going to get out of this super minority. I think we're going to flip some seats and we're going to do some good things. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You've got a lot of future candidates that are going to run in here.
Yeah.
What is the absolute number one most important piece of advice you would give them?
I love that question. He asked, what's the absolute most important piece of advice I can give y'all if you all decide to run for office? And like I was just telling our mayoral candidate over there, it is to be the representative before you're the representative. Be the elected official before you're the elected official. See, the worst thing in the world that we all have heard in here is, when I get elected, I'm going to do this. When I get elected, I'm going to do that. When I'm in office, I'm like, all right, I don't give a damn what you're going to do when you get in office. Tell me what you've been doing. Where have you been? Where have you been? Have you been on the front lines? See, before I was even elected, I was on the front lines. Before I was elected, I was setting up COVID vaccination clinics and COVID testing clinics. Before I was elected, I was bringing resources to my community. Before I was elected, I was showing up and hanging out with the kids. Before I was elected, I was going to comfort grieving mothers who lost their children to gun violence. Before I was elected, I was showing up and representing my people. Before all of that, so when I got to be an actual candidate, people were like, "Well, this is the guy we already know. He's already been here. He's already been doing these things. My kids know this guy. He goes to the parks and volunteers and plays basketball with them. Like, we know who this guy is." So they couldn't say the usual crap of he's just saying anything. He's a politician. He's saying anything. Nah, we know this guy. These other guys might be politicians, but we know him. Like, he's been here. Start doing the groundwork now before you even announce. Just do it now. Be consistent. Keep showing up. Who's my running mate? Oh Lord. Well, I'm still in the exploratory phase. But I've thought about some potential people, and I'm not going to drop no names. But I've thought about some potential folks, and I'm not the traditional guy. I'm not a traditional candidate. I'm different. I do things differently, as y'all already know. I'll call out the Democrats when I feel like I need to call out the Democratic Party. I'll call out the Republicans when I feel like I need to call them out. I will call them all out. I'm a right, wrong type guy. And nobody's going to tell me how to do something. They're not going to tell me who to pick. They're not going to tell me what type of a polished person. Somebody tried to tell me the other day I need to be certain. Matter of fact, I've heard 3 different times from 3 different people that I need to cut my hair. 3 different people told me I need to come out here. I said no, because there was a kid after I did my announcement at the convention, a young black kid. He couldn't be more than 12 or 13 years old, and he had a suit on, but he had like long dreads. And he came up and he talked to me after that, and he said, he was like, "Man, you have no idea how proud I am to see you like this." And his parents were there, were like, "You have no idea what this means to my family." And at that moment, I was like, first I started to tear up. And I was like, man, like I just gave this young man hope just by existing, just by being my authentic self and keeping my hair and having my tattoos and all that stuff in my history. It gave this young man hope. So no, I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to be the person I need to be, and I'm going to pick who I feel like I need to be on my ticket. So that's what it's going to be. I love that question, man. So my father was in Vietnam, my brother was in Desert Storm, and my grandfather was the last living Buffalo Soldier before he passed away. So that is all up and through in my blood, in my family, and everything. I feel like if you are a veteran, and you have been in active duty, I feel like you shouldn't have to worry about a goddamn thing anymore when you come home. That's just how I feel. Because we don't have enough people willing to sign themselves up and put themselves in harm's way so that we can sit around here and debate and talk shit all day. We don't have enough of you to be willing to do that. So when it comes to you, I'm trying to lower your taxes on a lot of things, because I don't feel like you should be giving us anything when you've already given the ultimate sacrifice to us. So I'm working on tax relief for veterans. I'm working on some housing programs for veterans. But matter of fact, we're setting up something in my district right now down in Eastover for housing for veterans. I want to set up some more stipends and some more job programs for veterans for retraining as well. Because what we have with veterans is matter of fact, before I got elected, I started a nonprofit to assist veterans as well as people who came home from prison with soft skills and life skills development. Because it's hard as hell to have somebody over there for 20 years, they come home and tell them to be a damn civilian every damn day. So I'm working on some things to have some a partnership between DSS and Department of Employment Workforce. So anything that you all are trying to do, you can get some stipends for child care if you have any child care situations, and you can get on your interviews and all that type of stuff, but also to give you first right of refusal for a lot of employment opportunities. Yeah. All right.
Did you see the first case of measles has come to South Carolina for the first time in a long time?
Yeah.
Does that bother you, and what should our state be doing? What should our state be doing?
It bothers me big time. It bothers me big time. But the problem the thing that really bothers me is they made that decision based on their leadership, and leadership making them feel comfortable that was the right decision for them to make for their kids and their family. And I feel bad for them. I feel bad for these families that even made a decision not to trust our vaccines because we have some idiot up here who's telling them not to trust vaccines. And I think that that is dependent upon leadership. For leadership to really show people and really give confidence in science, right? Because right now we're not giving confidence in science, and everybody thinks they're a damn professional in every damn thing. And I think that is the biggest that's the biggest hiccup that we have when it comes to medical freedom and things like that. Because I truly don't believe in getting involved in your personal family's decisions when it comes to your hospitals, your doctors, and your decisions. Just like I don't want you to get involved with mine, right? I don't get the flu shot ever. I never get the flu shot. I never get the flu shot, but I don't want somebody coming to tell me I got to get the damn flu shot, right? Because I don't get the flu shot. I know there's some side effects with it. My wife is a pharmacist, so I'm like, no, I'm not doing it, right? I'm not doing it. But I don't want to tell somebody else to do it. But I also know that how the stuff works. And we need to have leaders that can understand how it works and to make people feel comfortable when taking some of these medications, man. So it's crazy, but it's a reflection on bad leadership. All righty, appreciate y'all.
Thank you. All right, so that ends our meeting today. Thank you guys for braving the rain, and it's supposed to be raining all this week and all next week, the rest of next week, and thank you guys for braving the rain and doing what you need to do. I'm going to tell you this again. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and hopefully you guys decide to become a member officially. Huh? What? Oh, and thank you, Wes, for putting the IT stuff on today for the YouTube. You're awesome. As usual, I know you said you were a god the other day, but that's debatable, but okay. Yes, and thank you all for being here, and have a good day.